If you want to listen to all of the episodes from this series right now and ad-free, plus a whole host of extra fan club benefits, head to museumofpopculture.supportingcast.fm.
And now it's time for a very special award, which is in the gift of the BPI, the British Phonographic Institute, and they have decided to honour the Spice Girls. Now, officially, this award is in respect of their phenomenal album sales, of which I need say no more than they currently hold 2 album positions in the US top 10, which is a feat not matched since Elton John back in 1974. But you and I all know that this award is basically to honour and say thanks to a unique entertainment phenomenon. They came from nowhere to conquer the world, and also to keep the Teletubbies off the Christmas #1, which I was very grateful about. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to welcome back on stage a band who basically are the biggest band in the world, and I have to say, ambassadors of pop, the nicest superstars you're ever going to meet. Please welcome the Spice Girls!
We come to the final chapter of the Spice Girls, Susie. Mm-hmm. Were you a fan to the end? Like, do you remember them, Geri leaving, or had you kind of left by then as well?
I think I was still a fan, but not with the sort of obsession that it began with. I think that by the time Spice World came out, I wasn't quite as into it. I think I really liked Spice World, and then I think I wasn't heartbroken when Geri left. You know, like those pictures of girls when Robbie left Take That.
There was no helpline situation for you.
No. But I think that the thing is, when you get, they were so massive that there's only really one way for them to go. Yeah. If you get that hot, you're going to go cold.
Well, that's what me and you have avoided throughout our career. We've been lukewarm for years.
Do you know what? You can stay lukewarm for a lifetime.
Exactly. You can stay lukewarm for a lifetime. That's your slogan.
That's me.
So the year starts, right? The next year starts. The Spice Girls have to leave Britain for tax reasons. There is a lot of history of bands avoiding tax. Rolling Stones moved to France. Basically, Jagger went to Paris. Richards went to Nice. And they built a studio in Richard's house where they recorded Exile of Main Street, which a lot of people think was their best album. And that was because under the Labour government at the time, if you earned £1 million, the tax rate was 93%.
Yeah.
Which it does feel high. Even I'm going to say that. So you'd end up with 70 grand from your million, which is still a lot of money because milk was 6p.
Wow.
But there we go. Bowie went to Switzerland in 1976. His wife said it's like being on work release from a very nice court-ordered health resort. He lived in Switzerland. He actually, when he was living there in the 90s, and he wasn't doing his best creative work, but he phoned Bono and said, "What am I doing wrong? Why is this going wrong?" And Bono said, "Where do you live?" And he said, "Switzerland." And he said, "There's your answer." And Bowie moved to New York to give himself an edge.
I'd love to live in Switzerland.
I do think since you've moved to Brighton, Susie, your work has gone very mainstream and boring.
Have I lost my edge?
I do think you need to move back to the rough streets of East London.
Also, how's Exeter?
How exactly? I'm doing a podcast about the Spice Girls.
Oh, there you go.
There's your answer.
And I'm thrilled to be here.
Rod Stewart went to LA. Elton John was so livid that when he told him he was quitting Britain, Elton John called him a traitor and put on Elgar's Pomp and Circumstance marches at a volume that was so high we couldn't talk to each other. But Rod Stewart said, "You only get one bite of the apple and I don't want to be doing this for the rest of my life." And look how that's worked out for him. So, the Spice Girls become the next tax-avoiding band. They realise, basically, if they can spend a year away from the UK, they can save a huge amount of tax, right? They don't like it. They basically have to spend fortunes flying out family, friends, boyfriends to visit them.
Where do they move to?
They just stay on the road, basically.
Right.
A close aide says the Spice Girls are not abandoning their fans or quitting Britain. They're showing shrewd financial girl power and taking care of business.
Sure.
Britain is still #1 to them, and they'll be flying the flag all over the world while they're away. Mel B said, I hated having to ring a lawyer or accountant every time I wanted to come home. So basically, I mean, this is world's smallest violin, but every time they had a break, they had to go on holiday.
Oh, God, how awful.
I know. She says when you've had a month of hard work and then 5 days off followed by 3 more months of hard work, you just want to go home, see your mum, have a bacon sarnie and watch English MTV. Anyway, do you want to hear the denouement to this? The law changes and it doesn't save them any tax at all, and they've done it all for no reason.
So the law changes to what?
They'll still have to pay the tax, and that isn't a way of avoiding tax.
So being out of the country isn't a way of avoiding tax?
They think they're going to avoid the tax. In the year, the law has changed and they aren't entitled to any tax breaks at all, so they've done it for nothing.
So you're telling me that if you earned £1 million, you'd get 70 grand?
In the 60s.
In the 60s, that was. Okay.
Let's not discuss the tax situation of the 1960s. Geri's already given her views to The Spectator.
Yes, yes.
Love is blind as far as the eye can see. Deep and meaningless words to me.
January 1998, Too Much reaches #1 in the UK. They receive 3 American Music Awards, and then the biggie happens. Geri leaves the band.
Geri Halliwell, otherwise known as Ginger Spice, has announced she's left the Spice Girls, ending days of speculation about her future. She blamed differences between her and the rest of the group. The remaining Spice Girls said they were saddened, but would carry on as a foursome.
Too much of nothing is just as tough. I need to know the way to feel to keep me satisfied.
After 5 days of feverish speculation, confirmation of the breakup came in statements read out on behalf of Geri Halliwell and the rest of the band.
Sadly, I would like to confirm that I have left the Spice Girls. This is because of differences between us. I'm sure the group will continue to be successful, and I wish them all the best.
We are upset and saddened by Geri's departure, but we are very supportive in whatever she wants to do. The Spice Girls are here to stay.
There's no complication, there's no explanation, it's just a groove in me. Too much of something is bad enough, but something's coming.
March the 9th, she says, I'm sat in a dressing room in Milan waiting to go on stage. I suddenly announced, I'm going to leave after Wembley Stadium in September. There was a silence. Why do you want to leave? Asked Victoria. I've had enough. I just want to finish with a big finale in Wembley. Again, there is a long silence. This feels like a take that moment, says Mel C. Is this how it was when Robbie Williams left? Are you going to do a Robbie on us? No, I'm not. I'm going to stick this out until September. I'm committed to the band. I didn't have a defining reason for leaving. It was a combination of things, a mass of emotions that were keeping me awake at night. But she doesn't make it to Wembley, Suze. In May, The Sun runs a front page headline, Ginger Spice, secret breast cancer op. And this is about when she was 17, she had a lump removed from her breast. ITV want to interview Geri about this, but the rest of the Spice Girls ask her to wait until September to do this. This is Geri's diary, Susie. Now, can I just say I got this from the same source as Mel B's diary?
You broke into her house?
I broke into her house. Dear diary, I haven't been to sleep. I spent most of the night writing a letter to the girls that I'll never send. I lay on the floor scrawling page after page, pouring my heart out. By now, the girls know I'm not coming back. Such a sad way for things to end. I hope that eventually they'll understand why I've done this. I think it's the best for everyone if I leave now. I just wish it was like it used to be. 5 little girls chasing a dream together. It's only been 18 months.
So what was the reason for her leaving? That it was just too intense?
So in May 1998, the press are planning to run this story about the lump on the breast when she was a teenager.
And the girls say no.
She knows it's going to come out one way or the other, so she wants to take it in hand and speak to the press, right? To deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
The girls, according to Geri, make it clear that they'd rather she waited till she left in September before the interview. She works herself up into a state about it. Her words, not mine. At that moment, the band seemed less important to me than saving the lives of young women by raising breast cancer awareness. I was faced with a choice, stay until September and turn down the interview or leave the band now. As time went on, though, I came to realise that while that issue was important, it was only one part of the picture. Deep down in my heart of hearts, I knew that the disagreement about the interview was a life raft I was using to get out of the group. In a way, I was looking for a reason, and that was the one that came to hand.
It seems mad to me that the girls wouldn't let her do an interview about something, in the same way that I'm sure Victoria would have done interviews about her and David.
It does feel odd. I don't know what the score is there.
Do you buy it?
No, I do buy it. I imagine they had their reasons.
We're only getting half the story, aren't we?
The days leading up to her departure, right? There's basically lots of rumours that she's left. Mm-hmm. And then they have to do the National Lottery show on Wednesday. 2 concerts in Norway. They do the National Lottery show without her. They say she's sick. And then on the 31st of May, she announces she's leaving the group. The Spice Girls say they're going to do a statement from their offices and the solicitors at 2 p.m. 30 journalists gather outside Lee and Thompson. Half an hour later, after several false alarms, her solicitor, Julian Turton, Alan Edwards, spokesman for the remaining 4 members, emerge. Geri's statement, sadly, I would like to confirm that I've left the Spice Girls. This was followed by an announcement on behalf of the remaining 4 members of the group, which said they were upset and saddened, but would continue to fulfill their commitments, including their American tour. That's
a slight dig, isn't it? We'll fulfill our commitments.
Yeah. Well, I think I'll be back's quite a... You're like, come on, it's not about you, Jet. Do you know what I mean? It's like, I'm leaving the group.
Yeah.
By the way, guys, I've got a solo career coming up, so keep your eyes on the charts.
Yeah.
I've already recorded Machiko Latino. She hasn't. I don't know if she has.
I think it's funny, isn't it? Because you've got to have so much guts to be the person that would leave.
I would never be the one that left.
I would be the Howie until the day that I die. I would still be in Take That Now. I'd be grateful for the opportunity.
Yes, totally.
Imagine selling girl band ever, and going, yeah, it's not doing it for me. I'm going to go. It's backing yourself, Josh. It's another reason why you and I aren't a Spice Girl.
Suze, can I just ask quickly, is your relationship okay, or are you...
No, I'm in a very happy marriage. Luckily, neither of us want to leave.
It is weird, isn't it? Because you must work yourself into such a situation where you're leaving the Spice Girls within 2 years.
Imagine how bad it would have to get for you to leave the last leg.
I know. I can tell you now, we're not getting 5 million quid from Pepsi, Susie.
No,
I know. Can you believe it?
It's shocking.
We haven't got to arrange our own branded scooters. The money. If I was Geri, part of me would be like, I know this is bad, but part of me would be like, a couple more years. Come on now.
Just phone it in.
Just travel in a completely different fucking bus from the rest of them. Loads of bands do that.
Yeah.
I've heard of bands that only are together on stage and they just do it for financial reasons. And that is artistic credibility right there, Suze. They say they're supportive of Geri and they add, the Spice Girls are here to stay. Friendship never ends. It's not really true, is it?
No, their friendship did end. But then they did manage to get back together, didn't they, for a world tour?
They did. So Geri talks about fame. This is kind of where she was. This is what I dreamed about when I was a little girl. Countless times I played the show reel in my head with the red carpet and the canopy, sorry. Not the canapes.
I was going to say, I've never, as a child, I never thought, and I wonder what I didn't even know the word for canapes.
I wonder what the canapes are like on the Brits.
Yeah.
Vol-au-vents?
No, not even vol-au-vents. I'd have said buffet.
The buffet. And the photographers calling my name. But as I waved and I smiled at the crowd, I came to a terrible realisation. I closed my eyes and I conjured up a memory. Suddenly, I understood that the reality would never match the scene in my imagination. The fantasy will always be better. Each accomplished ambition is a dream that is dying.
Oof, that's dark.
Geri Halliwell feels like, along with Robbie Williams, the definitive person that has been very honest about how they thought that fame would fix them and then found that it wouldn't.
No, you're just famous with the same problems, right?
And you're exhausted.
Yeah, knackered.
But, she's no longer in a bad car anymore, I suppose, is the other argument of the question. Not that made you happy.
And do you remember where she went when she left the Spice Girls?
Where did she go?
She went to George Michael's house.
Did she?
He had a place in Greece, I think, somewhere. He had a place abroad, and she went and hid away at George Michael's.
Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going, do you know what? Fame doesn't do it for me anymore. So I'm going to go hide at George Michael's house in Greece.
Jitterbug.
I'm just that girl from Watford.
Yeah.
For while you're here, George, could one of your many staff make me breakfast? But on the other hand of it, I suppose, the amount of mental strain it must put on you to be in the Spice Girls and that happened to you is incredible.
I think it must be horrific. Also, that's at a time when, like, I think that pop stars and celebrities have so much more autonomy these days because I don't love social media, but you do have the opportunity to show who you are. But
Collaborate with who you want.
Collaborate with who you want, or indeed who you don't want to collaborate with. You can just ignore it.
You can just ignore it.
It's hard to imagine, you know, the fact that the press had the whole story. The press decided the story. You know, the idea of not having any say, or if you did, it would be in an interview format. And then did they have a bias? Like, I mean, and those tabloid, I mean, you see it in those sort of that documentary about Britney Spears, you know, the Spice Girls were easily at the same level as that. And it's just, the tabloid press had absolutely no morals.
Absolutely. And even that situation where she's like, you know, she's having to deal with a story coming out about having a lump on her breast when she was 17. That is not something someone should have to deal with.
Yeah, someone shouldn't be coming and saying, we're running this story either way. Do you want to say anything about it? Like, no, I was a minor that was dealing with a cancer diagnosis. Like, you shouldn't have to talk about it. But there were just no... And so I think that one part of me does go like, Geri, what were you thinking? You know, how much better could it get? But then the other part, you do go, God, that must have been, I mean, beyond exhausting, just, you must have felt like you were continually being like scooped out by an ice cream scoop.
Yes, totally. And also there is part of you that goes, the first one to leave is often the one that flies solo the best.
Yeah, I guess so. But I can imagine that she'd just go, I just want to, you know, when you do feel like things are shit.
Yeah.
Maybe it's enough. Maybe I've had enough. Maybe I won't come back. Maybe I'll just live at George Michael's, which, let's be honest, must be a nice life.
It's a lovely life. It's a lovely life. I'd love to go to George Michael's in Greece.
Oh, my God, who wouldn't?
So, August 1998, Viva Forever, which is the last single that Geri is part of.
Yeah.
That goes to number 1.
Yeah, they were all animated.
They were all animated by Aardman, in fact.
Oh, was it? Cool.
I read a thing where... Also, they put all of the budget into the first minute and a half of the video because that is the bit that gets shown on the chart show and stuff because it always gets, the end gets cut. So they were just like, shovel the good animation in the first bit.
Oh, that's so interesting. See, bands don't have to think about that anymore, do they? Like, I know people do like music videos, but they don't get viewed in the same way.
No, but there is a similar thing now, actually, with songs. The intros have got much shorter because people will skip between tracks on Spotify or Apple or whatever. So the songs can't have a long intro anymore because they don't trust people to stick around even for the intro of a song now.
Yeah, and I suppose there's probably an argument that whether it be the music or the visuals, that they need something that's within a minute for a reel.
Oh, fuck the world, Suzi. It's not as good as it was.
Oh, my God. Is that what this podcast is going to be called?
No, it's not. It's better than it was. The world's better than it was, etc.
You can write your own story and let people know who you are, but also you're a slave to the algorithm.
You're a slave to the algorithm. Tell me your deepest feelings, but you've got 20 seconds. That's basically where we are
I love
now.
Sabrina Carpenter.
I'm glad you said that. September 1998, Mel B gets number 1 single. She's the first one in a collab with Missy Elliott. This is like now basically managed decline of the Spice Girls.
Yes.
It's over. They're never going to do it without Geri. They do a song called Goodbye, which gets to number 1, their third consecutive Christmas number 1. June the following year, she releases her album, Geri, Schizophrenic.
Oh,
dear.
Terrible.
Oh,
terrible title.
Terrible title.
That's absolutely awful, isn't it?
It gets to number 4 in the charts.
That's not bad.
But you'd presume she'd just go straight to number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I think there were probably people that were annoyed with Geri for leaving.
You?
Not me, but I think the dieharders, the ultras.
Were you interested in the Spice Girls once they were individuals at all, really?
Well, I think that I'd got that bit older and it had become a bit less cool. And so if I was listening to them, it would be in secret.
It would be a secret, so you were.
Yeah.
David Beckham gets married to Victoria Adams, stroke Beckham, the following month. And then Geri hits number one with Machiko Latino in September that year.
Yeah.
They're all kind of then just doing solo stuff while the Spice Girls still exists as a kind of shell.
Yeah. So you've got Victoria Beckham and Dane Bowers.
Yes. Victoria Beckham and Out of Your Mind. Mel C releases Northern Star, her debut album.
She did that song with Bryan Adams, didn't she? That did very well.
Yeah, that's a really good song, isn't it?
That's a great song.
Although I still find it difficult that I find the lyric, even foods don't taste that good. Even at that age, I had a problem with that lyric.
Grammatically?
Well, that's one of it. But also, I just think you need to be specific about the food.
Oh, you're such an odd guy.
But you can't say food tastes good because food is food.
I think you can say food don't taste that good. Sleep ain't doing what it should.
Sleep ain't doing what it should. I buy that. I'll buy sleep ain't doing what it should.
Can I just let you know something? I've seen Mel C do that live, and I was in a room of about 150 people.
Oh, wow. So is her career not going as well as we thought?
No, I think it's probably going very well. She's actually just released an absolute banging track about
She's a DJ
clubbing.
now as well.
Yeah, she's very cool. I hosted an event for women's sports on Sky Sports.
Yeah.
So, your Alex Scott's there, your Jess Glynn's there, your Wiegman's there, your Serena Wiegman's there.
Oh, wow, that's big booking. Yeah.
Big booking. And the night ended with 3 songs from Mel C.
Whoa. And what were the 3 songs? She did the Bryan Adams one, but she did it all, or did Wiegman join her as the Bryan Adams?
Even food don't taste that good. I don't know where she's from. I do. Obviously, it's the Netherlands, but I don't know where that accent is from. I think she did Stop.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
I think she did When You're Gone. And I think she did one other solo number that I can't think of right now. But she was great.
Yeah, I'd hope so.
And I spoke to her afterwards and she was lovely.
She's apparently absolutely lovely, Mel C.
Yeah.
So Geri Halliwell gets the number one with Lift Me Up, which beats Emma Bunton's single What I Am.
Mm.
Mel C launches a solo career at the V99 Rock Festival. Doesn't go well.
Oh.
I had bottles of things thrown at me, and in my memory, there's even a Weetabix. I don't know how you throw it because they're quite light, which is such a good observation when you're hit by a Weetabix to go, how are you getting any trajectory on that?
Well, I wonder if they just dipped it in milk.
Just to take some milk on, but not enough so that it's going to...
It's not going to lose its structural integrity.
Do you think that was a protest at the lack of specificity about food in her songs?
No, I think it was a dick move by the audience at Reading and Leeds.
By a wanker. Do you know what they got at the Brits in 2000? A Lifetime Achievement Award.
Oh my God, that's insane. They'd only been a band for 4 years.
They're kind of half finished in 1998. Mel B gets number one with Never Be the Same Again. Then you've got the big one, which was her Victoria Beckham's song, her first single with Dane Bowers.
You're out of your mind.
Head to head for number one with Sophie Ellis-Bextor and Spiller with Groove Jet.
Oh, who got number one?
Sophie Ellis-Bextor and Spiller beat her to number one. And then they release Holler. They're still going, which makes them the first female act to get 9 number one singles. They released their final album, Forever, and then in 2001, Mel C, I didn't know this, she announces she's leaving the Spice Girls. There's only 3 of them left by this point. I'll always be a Spice Girl. I don't intend to do any more work with the Spice Girls. Really, I've not been comfortable being in the Spice Girls for the last 2 years. Doesn't really feel that natural to me anymore. And the group will say they're going to pursue solo careers. It's a sad end, isn't it?
I just don't know that something that is... I think that it's very hard to be that famous and to be that in demand. And then I think if you throw into the mix that they didn't know each other, they didn't come up together. It's not like they were playing songs. I mean, look at Liam and Noel Gallagher. They share parents and they couldn't make it work.
Exactly. It was bound to happen.
So I think that if it goes up that high... Oh, Josh. I think if you go that big, it's going to go small again.
You know what? We can all enjoy that kind of humour.
I remember getting in that ice bath with you.
June 2007. So they've only been split up for 6 years, they announced they're getting back together and going on tour.
Oh,
It doesn't feel long enough.
it doesn't, does it? For a reunion tour.
I have no memory of this. They do 17 nights at the O2.
Yeah, I was at one of them.
Were you?
Yeah, I've seen them twice.
What was it like?
Great.
Was it?
Yeah, great. Loved it. Yeah, it was great. Loved it.
Was it all 5 of them? Yeah.
Well, I've seen them twice. I think once with Victoria, once without.
Right.
Like lots of, they all like did a singy bit, and her bit was just her walking to the end of the catwalk. There being lots of people coming on stage and taking photos, and then her walking back off.
Oh no!
Not off, but like back to the girls.
Yeah.
But it was great. I mean, it's nostalgia, isn't it?
Yeah, that's funny. It's funny.
It's peak nostalgia.
You got that in there quick because there's 17 shows sold out in a minute, apparently.
Wow, that's insane.
You must be a mega fan. Then in October 2007, they announced they're releasing a new single for Children in Need called Headlines, in brackets, Friendship Never Ends, which is, of course, a reference to their first press release.
To when their friendship ended.
And then they do a photo call to announce the reunion. See that? Can you see that?
Oh, yeah, that sort of looks like a Sex and the City shot.
It does. But what's said a lot about that shot, if you look at it, is there's a rumour that Geri told everyone else to wear black, and then she turned up in a white floral dress and stood in the middle of them all.
Really? Well, you know, apparently she only wears white.
She does only wear white now, yeah.
That's mad.
Can you believe this? The song only gets to number 11 in the charts, Suze.
They haven't been apart for long enough.
Yeah, it is true, isn't it? They haven't.
If you want to do a reunion, it's got to be like 20 or 15 years. If they went on tour now, it'd be massive.
Well, no, because they've
done it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're right.
After the final concert, they issue a statement. Our time is up. We've come to the end of the road. These are the tears of both sadness and joy. Look how far we've come. Who would have thought that our reunion could have turned out to be this amazing? It just shows that we can grow out of an exciting thought, an idea, a hope, a dream. Yes, our reunion tour is proof that dreams do come true. And then 5 years later, they reunite again.
I went to that as well.
Oh, by the way, Victoria Beckham says at that point she has no intention of ever singing again. But then they do the Olympics closing ceremony in 2012.
But they had to. They had to.
Did they have to, Suze?
Oh, come on. They're so quintessentially British.
Mel B said they used their own money to fund the performance. We didn't get paid for the Olympics. We funded it ourselves, costumes and everything. It just goes to show how much we do get on and do like each other. So in the taxis, they come in London cabs, then they come out of them. Mm-hmm. Victoria Beckham has a panic attack.
Oh.
Yeah, because she's so nervous. And Emma had to basically talk her out of it and get her out of the car to sing.
Oh my gosh, really?
Isn't that amazing? If it wasn't for her, I would have not been out there, says Victoria Beckham. That's how you know a real friend.
They talk you out of a black cab.
I'm going to leave you with one final fact that will blow your mind.
Go on.
Mel B does that Piers Morgan interview show, and she says that her and Geri have slept together.
I mean, you're saying that like I didn't know that.
Of course, yeah, you do know that.
I get the lesbian...
the lesbian updates.
The lesbian pop bitch.
Yeah. So Mel tries to take the statement back from the press, because the press made a bigger deal about it than it was. Come on, Mel. That is fucking huge news.
What did you think was going to happen?
She says it was a bit awkward seeing Geri after she had said that.
Oh, yeah.
Geri denies it.
I mean, there were rumours that her and Geri kissed sometimes. I remember those from my teenage years and being like,
here we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Emma Bunton says, and I think you could kind of sum up the whole thing with this. With Mel B, you have to take everything with a pinch of salt, but she's great fun.
I think that's fair.
I think that's totally fair. So looking back on it, do you have a lot of fondness for the Spice Girls, Susie?
Massively. Even Geri and Victoria.
Even Geri and Victoria, who are on your shit list.
No, more Geri, really.
And I suppose the question is Mel B now your favourite? Or is Mel C still strong up there?
Well, listen, as someone that's close personal friends of both of them, / I've bet them both.
Have you met the other three?
No. The closest I got to Emma Bunton was when I came to watch you in the Strictly Christmas special.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That was quite exciting for me. But I've not met the other two. No, I think Mel C is still my favourite, but I do love Mel B. And do you know what? I'm 39. I don't think I need a favourite Spice Girl.
I think that's really fair. Because life's not like that anymore, is it?
Life's not like that anymore. And I think, friendship never ends.
Thank you, Suzi, for joining me on the journey of the Spice Girls. I hope it's been illuminating and nostalgic.
Oh, I can't wait to put them in my headphones as I walk to pick up my daughter from school.
Oh, really?
But you know what? Some of those songs still absolutely slap. Like, we have Stop On all the time. We have Say You'll Be There. My daughter loves it.
Exactly.
There's new fans all the time.
And if they came back for one of their many reunions, would you go?
In a New York minute. And I'll be trying to collaborate with them like you are with Sabrina Carpenter every goddamn day.
That's it for this series of Museum of Pop Culture. Thank you for listening. It's been a genuine pleasure always to make this, it is sad to admit, a dream come true. If you'd like to join the Museum of Pop Culture fan club, become a part of the coolest community in 1994, you can get ad-free and early release. That means all of the series straight from episode 1. Monthly exclusive fan club only bonus episodes. There's 2 of them going around. Free tickets, and this is a big one, to the annual Museum of Pop Culture live show. It is only for members of the fan club. Guaranteed ticket, streaming link not available on general sale. What are we doing? Is that a huge mistake? And finally, show your loyalty with your Museum of Pop Culture pin badge sent to your door. It's the ultimate prize. Goodbye, bully trophy. We don't need this anymore. Simply head to museumofpopculture.supportingcast.fm or click the link in the show notes to find out more and sign up for the fan club. Museum of Pop Culture is a Keep It Light media production hosted by me, Josh Widdicombe. Research for these episodes was by Emily Pickthall, additional editing was by Will Fitzpatrick, designed by John Gregory, and music by Pickle and Button. Thanks deeply to them all. See you next time.